Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about two of the most broken OP things on FC24 that you need to be using. You need to add this to your game. It is genuinely game changing. This is something pro players are abusing right now, moving up the divisions. They're going to be using it in the qualifiers, the FC Pro ladders. And this is something that if you can take advantage of and use in your team, it is going to make a huge difference when it comes to weekend league. Genuinely, this is not clickbait. This is not me exaggerating. I'm going to show you clips of these in game. I've got one broken attacking tip and a broken defending tip that will genuinely, if you're not doing it already, it will change your game. If you like these type of videos where I'm giving you gameplay tips, tutorials, talking about the best players in the game, custom tactics, things like that, please consider subscribing to the channel. Every single day I'm putting 2 or 3 videos out. I want this channel to be the best place you can be on YouTube to get better at FC24. If you've got any video ideas, any comments, any questions, please do let me know. I'm always trying to put videos out that are helpful to you guys, that you guys want. And I do see all the comments and try my best to answer them all. And I do appreciate the support. We're going to start with the attacking tip. This is genuinely game changing. It is to do with playstyles. It is the gold technical playstyle. We'll have a quick look after we've done the menu stuff on here. We'll look on FootWiz or one of those type of websites and see all the players who have the gold technical playstyle. It is genuinely game breaking at times. I'm going to show you some highlights in game of it activating, but effectively technical. It says here, reaches even higher speed when performing controlled sprint and performs wide turns while dribbling with greater precision. Kudus has the normal version. It says that reaches a higher speed and says with more rather than greater. So basically, most playstyles are pretty much either they do it a bit or the gold playstyle plus they do it a lot more. There's not a crazy amount of players with gold technical. Gold technical means when you're doing the controlled sprint, that's the R1 dribbling, which is OP in itself this year. You can get going at higher speed. And when you're gliding at this speed, it's so hard for people to defend this. Are you sick to death of getting out-teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out iggm.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out iggm.com today. If you can have players who have quick step and rapid, it is even better. I find if you have players with quick step or rapid and you are one sprint and then go into full sprint, they can change speed and direction at crazy pace. Mostovoy, I just bought him on Road to Glory. He's about 60,000 coins. These are his stats, mostly playing Div Rivals. I'm like Div 3 right now, nearly Div 2. Very sweaty at the moment. Insane card for 60k. Gives you 2 La Liga links. He's got good shooting, very high dribbling stats, pretty good physical for a card with these, good passing, and he's fairly quick. But the pace doesn't seem to matter as much because when they have this, they go at high pace anyway. And if you can get a controlled sprint technical player like this who's got a high weak foot, it's crazy because in game they can effectively just glide past players, and if they can go either direction because they can shoot on either foot, it is really hard for people to defend against you. Like I say, I'm going to show you some in-game clips. It still works well on players like Kudus. He's very good off the bench if they have the normal technical, but it's much more noticeable on the players with Playstyle Plus. The Playstyle Plus really does boost them. Someone like Rafael Leao, he doesn't even have it. And then the R1 sprint is still very good. And when he's going and then you suddenly sprint away, it's even better. But it's not just the R1 sprint this affects, it's just their left stick dribbling in general. It makes a huge difference, and honestly this playstyle's crazy. If you can get players who also have incisive pass, they have Trivela finesse shot and high weak foot, it opens up so much more what you can do in the game. So we're going to have a quick look now at all the players who actually have this playstyle, then we'll show you some in-game examples. So we're looking at players with the playstyle plus technical gold trait here, or playstyle. Pele probably makes him the best player in the game, to be honest. R9 and Mia Hamm are probably close, but I think this gold technical on Pele is probably going to put him right up there as the best. Baggio, a card that's normally not that special, but really elevates this card. Bonmati, insane in the midfield. She always feels so good on the ball. I really hope I can get her in my team at some point. She's really special. George Best, already pretty crazy dribbling stats, so this just makes him insane on the ball. Lionel Messi is probably the best he's felt in a long, long time. His dribbling's insane, so with technical, it's just crazy. Rivaldo makes him a lot more usable with his weak foot. Ginola, crazy card, just made it even better. Butra is the best player I've probably used on the game this year. Played quite a bit with him. I imagine Figo's going to be pretty special with this trait. Debinha, incredible value. Incredible value for a card like that. Good nation as well. Bernardo Silva probably makes him a lot better than he normally is on the game. Makes him a lot more viable. Not the quickest, but I think it'll help a lot. Musiala, if you've played against him, Musiala's insane. Musiala is so hard to tackle when he gets dribbling at you. He's quick. Not the best end product, but his dribbling's just insane. I hate playing against him. Future and Ribery, just crazy cards. I imagine they'll be insane on the ball. Barnes, quite strong. Joe Cole, really, really good. And then Mostovoy, the lowest rated with Musiala. The only card cheaper than him is Bernardo Silva, and Mostovoy's clearly a much better card in general. So you can see there how rare it is. There's only 18 players in the game right now. I don't know if they're going to add more cards like that, but it's a pretty elite club of players that have this playstyle. I've recorded a few clips here where I'm going to show some examples of goals that I've scored with Mostovoy, where I've picked the ball up from distance, been able to use the controlled sprint and technical playstyle plus to score some beautiful goals. So you can see here, bounces to me, I'm maybe like, what, 45, 50 yards out. You can see here, when this activates, it basically means that technical playstyle plus trait is working, or playstyle even. So you can see there, I'm going at high speed, and it allows you to turn quickly and pick the ball up there. Even though I'm not full on sprinting, because I've got technical plus, I can go like that very fast and keep close control of the ball. It's very hard to tackle, but I'm still going at great speed. And now that I'm running at high speed, it's very hard at this point for Rudiger to come defend me, because he's worried I'm going to go there and finesse it. This is benefit, especially if I'm players with 5-star weak foot. I can then turn on to my left, glide past him, and it's a beautiful finish. Look at this, it's just very hard at this point. You just glide past people, so I'll watch that again at full speed. You see how fast they turn? And they're nice and beautiful. Watch the next one. Watch it a bit more here. You can see here, we passed to Mostovoy about 35 yards out. You can see there how quickly he's turning. The left stick dribbling on technical players is even better. I'll be turning. And ultimately, it doesn't look like great defending. But if you've played this game, you will know well and truly when someone starts R1 dribbling, if you can't get tight quick, your defenders feel on ice skates. It's very hard to defend against them. I don't really know what my opponent could have done here. Could go either way, and he couldn't switch in time. And then it's a nice, easy finish. Watch the next clip. So Mostovoy's like picked up all over, like at this point around there. Very quick turn. You can see here, he turns quick there. The technical didn't apply until I started sprinting there. But technical still is working when you do turns. You can go quick directions there. He thinks I might go there. Look how quickly Mostovoy turns Rudiger there. We'll watch that again at full sprint. So you can see Mostovoy gets going here. Very hard to defend. There, turn Rudiger. Very hard. Beautiful finish. Then the final one. You give it Mostovoy again, miles out. This one's beautiful. He draws two men in and then just bursts past them. That's the thing. Where before, if you tried to sprint and do this, you couldn't control the ball and sprint properly. You just run into them. Whereas this, especially with players with this play style, they can keep close control of the ball, still go at high speed, and after that, my opponent's a bit screwed, and it opens up other men. When you beat one or two men, it puts you in an amazing position, just square it for cutbacks. It's very good when you're cutting inside. It's very good around here, when you're driving at your opponent, especially when you've got players with good shooting and weak foot. It's very hard for your opponent to do much when you get going. If they can't stop you quick, it's near impossible. There's not many players in the game who have it. If you can fit some players in, at least one or two, so you've got this as a weapon, it will change your game. It's honestly broken and probably needs a nerf at this point. The OP defensive tactic that I'm going to talk about is a very simple one. It is 71 depth, you go from 70 to 71 and you can see the text change. So on 70 it says adjust your defensive team shape to be balanced to keep your team in the middle of the pitch to try to win the midfield battle. As soon as you go to 71 it says adjust your defensive team shape to be high to help put pressure on possession teams. Your backline will be high and vulnerable for long balls in behind. I'm going to show examples of this in game, but effectively you press a lot more aggressively, your team get a lot tighter, and it is very, very hard to play against. Let's show some in-game examples. This clip here is a very simple but easy example to show. You can see I'm passing the ball here. Look on the radar. Every single one of my players has someone tight to them. Orange on the radar, every single one has someone tight. I go to pass there to go forwards, and this guy's already really tight. I pass, take a touch, and he's already tackling me. That is just an example of how this works. Soon as you get the ball, they will get tight to the men or female, or women even, and it barely ever gives you any time to build up. Sure, you can left stick around this. Sure, you can do 1, 2, 3 balls, but it's so hard, and it just makes you feel so much more pressured on the ball. It's very hard to ever create anything. I'm doing it, my opponent's doing it. I'd say 90% of people that I play, you can see you just get much tighter, there's barely anything on. I'd say 90% of people that I'm playing in Div 3 Rivals, which is probably like the equivalent of low-end Elite Division at the moment, everyone's doing it, and it's just so hard. Look there, he has to go backwards. Everyone's tight. If my opponent tries to go forwards, there's not really going to be many options on. This opponent did keep the ball quite well, but you can just see the build-up options. It's so much more limited, and the crazy thing about this is it doesn't really take that much user input. As long as you don't dive in and leave a massive gap so you can beat the press, it's pretty hard for people to really get past it. You have to be very good in the attack and play very quick really to break it down. And you see in general, they just get so tight to you. There is space in other places, but it's very hard to actually open this up. It's very simple. You literally just put 71 depth on. It will work better with better teams, with players with higher defending stats, higher pace, strength, all that type of stuff. I also think, see there, it's super tight again. I also think it works better if you have players, if you put your tactic to press after possession loss, but that does leave some other risks. But you can see in general, you just swarm people, you get tight. As soon as I get the ball here, I don't really have any options other than go backwards. And most people rarely ever go backwards on this game. This was pretty nice. I think he gets caught here, doesn't he? No, okay, I missed the shot. But you can see you can counter people. There's 1-2s you can do, but it's just a general point of in the build-up, you're giving your opponent far less time. So use this. The better you get with cutting passing lanes, marking people, the harder that you're going to find is for people to break you down. It's OP. I think this needs a nerf. I'm hoping EA do something about it. Hope this video has been helpful to you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, keep it spicy. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Have a good weekend league. Peace.